You wanna know how school was? There was this kid named Lawaika. I remember him, and Lawaika, if you're watching, yeah, I'm using your real name. You were a twat. I remember everything. It was fourth period. You looked back at me and you said freak. You said it with so much fucking resentment. Like I murdered your entire family just for sitting behind you. Freak. I don't forget shit like that. And I tell you what, when it comes to the end of the world and I'm like about to take off in that little 3-seater plane and you're like, please, and I have to make the decision of like, should I forgive you? I won't forgive you. You're gonna fucking fall into that huge crevasse and I'm gonna fly away. Fuck you, Lawaika.
Fuck you, Lawaika.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence, devil fighting, rebel titan.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very, very special Shot from the Point Dead, and our guest showed up fast and really late, none other than the great Vincent Cyr. 400,000 subs on 2 channels. Actor, you're in Los Angeles, correct?
You got it.
You got it. He's in Los Angeles trying to do the acting thing. He has some of the best videos out there. He's you know what your stuff reminds me of, and you're probably too young to remember this. I was a big fan of MTV's skit show The State. What else did those guys go on to do? And there's something.
I'm not that old.
Yeah. What? No, I know you're 26. You're 26. I know. I'm fucking 40. But there is just this offbeat quality to what you do, and falling into the. I mean, who says crevasse? Do you know?
Do you want to know where I got that from?
Yes.
Yes.
When I was 14, I went glacier hiking in Switzerland. And I know that sounds like bullshit, but it's real. And I had to wear these things called crampons, and the guy was like, "Do not fall down a crevasse." And so, like, we had these things, and he said, "No matter what, don't fall down the crevasse, because if you do, you die." And so I've just always called it a crevasse.
The crevasse.
There's a story behind everything.
Yeah, there is, because I can totally see that. You know, I live in Germany, and they're just so direct about everything. Yeah, the word like we don't. In American English, we don't say, "Hey, you must do this, you must do that." That's very aggressive. But the word "must" in German is "müssen," and it's used a lot more commonly and easily. I remember, like, when I was in the army, there was this German guy giving he was telling us, he was giving some kind of class, and he kept going, you must do this and you must do that. It was getting on everybody's nerves, and this black guy in my unit was like, "I must do shit." You know, because he was just sick of hearing it. It was like a cultural thing. So I could totally hear, like, "Do not fall in the crevasse. If you do not listen to one thing I say, do not fall in the crevasse." So I can see that going on.
It always came down to that one thing at the end of every sentence.
I bet somebody didn't listen to that guy, and they fell in the crevasse, if I had to guess.
And then they died.
Yeah. Yes, and then they died. Yeah, it's Switzerland. Stuff like that happens all the time. Listen, I really appreciate coming on, and I do have some questions for you. I want to go in your background. You've been through some interesting stuff these days, but I want to jump on, where are you from originally, and how did you make this long trip to Los Angeles?
I grew up in Ohio, and there's only 2 types of people in Ohio: those who leave and those who stay. And I managed to get out when I was 14.
Really?
And yes, I grew up like a country boy. I took care of like gardens, and I made money mowing lawns and shit like that. And then when I was 14, I moved to Hawaii.
Are you kidding me?
How the fuck did that happen? Yeah.
Your parents, or did you just get in a plane and say, "Fuck this"?
I wish at the age of 14, but it was my dad. My dad did military work, so. Yeah.
So how was your time in Hawaii? How did that go?
It wasn't bad. I would say that was the defining parts of my adolescence. I got into film class. That's where I stole the school cameras to make videos. The first YouTube videos that I made in 2006. And everybody thought I was crazy for it. I had 300 subscribers in high school. I thought that I was fucking like Don.
Was your goal? Obviously, I imagine you're out in L.A. now. Are you actively looking for parts while you're out there? Is that a part you're kind of?
No, you know what? That's actually not my shtick anymore. It was when I first moved out, but I've sort of gotten rid of that. I enjoy what I do, making videos, because I can be the way I want when I want. And then occasionally I'll do acting work when it comes out of the blue.
Mm-hmm. But you're not. Is your channel paying the bill? Because this is something that interests me as somebody that's kind of. Well, I didn't quit and do this. I didn't take a big gamble. I was unemployed, and then it kind of fell in my lap. Are you paying the rent with the YouTube videos? Or
yeah. Granted, I spent about 7 of those years not.
Mm-hmm.
I was so stubborn that I refused to work another job, so I was just kind of under for years. And then only recently did things start working. My channel took off a little bit, and I immersed myself into sort of the commentary scene. I wouldn't consider myself a commentary YouTuber.
No.
But those are the people that I interact with because we all have the same kind of banter humor. And yeah, since then, I had a couple brand deals here and there, and I try to remain consistent, and things have been going well for the first time in my life. So.
Was it? That's really good. That's fantastic news. It is such a gamble to move off to Los Angeles. So, and you started off making YouTube videos. It takes a lot of balls. It takes a lot of balls because more than likely you're not going to even be in a position to make YouTube videos to pay the rent when you do something like that.
Yeah, dude, and this was in 2000. January 2009, so there was no way of explaining to people what I was doing. They all thought I was wasting my time, especially my family. They're like, why aren't you just trying to act like everybody else?
Oh, jeez.
And it's like being like, no, trust me, I can make money off of making YouTube videos, the stupid shit that I was doing back then.
Yeah.
Like, there was no way to convince them. They thought I had lost my mind.
That's fantastic. So, I mean, it's twice as hard to go there and say, hey, look, I'm basically I'm gonna try to be one of those a percentage of the 1% that actually makes money in Hollywood, and on top of that, I'm gonna prioritize YouTube videos. And they were like, "Why don't you go act?" Which is you actually have almost no chance of doing. Whereas the YouTube videos are actually they're a lot more reasonable to. It's Let's face it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this for myself.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the most talented person on the planet to connect with people, and if you were going to sort of make a living in Hollywood, if this is your side work, I mean that would be like it seems like good moves, but now it seems like you've committed to YouTube full time, and I guess
dude, there's an audience for everybody. That's the best.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
That's the beauty of YouTube. Lawaika, this is somebody we're very Lawaika. Obviously, you get accused of being a hipster, called a hipster a lot. I mean, what is a hipster? I always thought a hipster was somebody that had a lot to say about other people's bands, but never was in a band themselves, or if they were in a band.
Like unnecessary contribution, unnecessary, like nobody asked about your opinion about art or music, and you don't even contribute anything to it in the first place. So why does your opinion matter?
You don't strike me as that type of guy at all. And we had a conversation offline. You obviously are producing something. You're just producing some kind of art. And I don't get the in our conversation you did use the word bros, which I think me and I'm like a washed up old middle-aged bro, but I think me and Jeff squarely fall into the category of bros. But you don't seem like you're uncomfortable with people outside. Like I don't see you being like a couple guys with their baseball hats backwards, you being terribly uncomfortable or snotty.
I don't have a problem interacting with any kind of group of people, really. And because here's the thing, I think that I am 100% confident that I can redeem myself with good conversation. Like if I walk in a room, it's normal that people are gonna judge you the way you look. So there might be a percentage of people in the room that are like, oh, look at this fucking hipster. But if we talk, I know, because I make judgments as well, that the conversation will sort of deflate that primary judgment.
Sure, that's interesting. Was Lawaika a jock by any chance?
Yeah, he was a football player.
Yep.
He was a football player. How did he get a name like Lawaika? Lawaika should have been your name. And
well, here's the thing. Lawaika is a Hawaiian name, so it's spelled Lawaika.
So you had this big Samoan guy going.
On that.
Yeah,
freak.
Exactly. He was a big dude. Yeah, he was a big dude with a shaved head.
Well, I heard stories about soldiers with the Samoans and the native Hawaiians. I mean, they would come out of clubs and they would just get their ass kicked by these huge Samoans and out of Hawaii. I mean, they're make sure you go in for the Samoans.
I worked on the Marine base in Hawaii. And I went to a school that was sort of, some of the students were sons of the Marines, and some of them a lot of them were natives, so there was a lot of tension, and they all kind of hung out in their little niches.
So you always been comfortable around the bros. I mean, your dad kind of had a macho job.
Oh, my 3 older brothers are bros.
Really?
So I grew up getting the shit beat out of my.
You never fought back?
I learned to run fast.
You learned to run fast? Do you play Madden?
Yeah. I used to, man. I used to play
really?
what was it, NFL Blitz.
Well,
yeah.
64.
You completely screwed up our joke. Do you like NHL?
No.
No. Do you like sports?
No, I fucking hate sports, dude.
Dude, he doesn't like sports, fucking Jeff. What the fuck's the matter with this guy?
know.
He doesn't like sports. He doesn't fucking like sports. What the hell?
Why is he here?
Lawaika had this guy. Show him what
That's
you
right.
got. Show him what sports does to you. Show him what sports does to you, Jeff.
Oh my! This is what you want to see what sports does.
Yes.
See what sports does.
This is what sports does. Here's
This
it
is
is.
what
Look at
they-
that.
right
Look at
here.
that. It makes you a man. It makes you a man. It makes you a man. Lawaika had you pegged. You're a big
Let's go.
pussy, Cyr. You're a big pussy.
Shit out of you.
Cyr
I
looks
would do
like
the same.
Cyr.
I don't think it would garner the same effect if I did the same thing.
I don't know. Cyr's reaction was such is like, this is not the first time these fucking douchebags have done something like this to me.
No, probably not.
Your brothers must have been pretty
Listen,
mean.
we are all better at. I'm not big because I'm better at other things,
Yeah.
and we all have our own redeeming qualities about ourselves.
Yeah.
I just happen to be a scrawny little white bastard, and I've always been that way.
I don't know. I just wanted to make you really uncomfortable, but you just didn't give a shit. That's like you ruined my joke, and this is my art, Vincent.
This is all I
and-
bring to the.
Yep.
This is
I
all I
came on
bring
here
to
I came on here to fuck up your flow.
You did a fucking fantastic job. I was hoping this guy looked like Lawaika. I was trying to figure out what Lawaika looked like, I don't know because I knew when you told the story that it was true. I knew you weren't fucking around. I knew this wasn't a bit or well, who the fuck would make up a name like Lawaika? So like me and my wife have been going around all week. Like into the we'd say to my kid, I showed you the baby the other day, and I was like, well, into the crevasse, Lawaika. It's been a real fun time to go over that. Okay, this is the big stuff. I thought about putting his name in the for the hit, putting his name in the fucking title. I may end up doing it because I think
you milk everything.
Yes, I milk everything. Oh, geez, I got to make a fucking living like every other douche. You and me have something very much in common. We got help from a seriously large YouTuber to the point where they... who bought you that microphone?
Onision actually gave it to me.
He gave it to you.
Yeah.
Well, this beautiful thing right here was given to me by... I don't know if you heard of him. It's called DJ Killer Keemstar. He gave me this this beauty.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. And you recently had a falling out. Correct me if I'm wrong. You announced that you were going to, because your state was clearly a blue state and was going to go for Hillary Clinton, and you would never, obviously, you're not somebody that would vote for Donald Trump. You've expressed in several videos that
Correct.
you weren't.
I voted on state issues.
You
The
voted
ones
on
that would
state
actually be
issues.
affected by my vote.
And your friend, who you've done videos with, and he is obviously, like my situation, responsible, somewhat, certainly helped your success. And, 2 channels with 400,000 subs, that's pretty damn good. It's large channels. He wrote you over Twitter publicly and said a vote for, a non-vote for Hillary is a vote for Trump. And your relation, you want to pick up where I'm going on, left off over here, your relationship started to really dip.
Yeah, he pretty much put me in the idiot category of people in his life, and just like that, you know what I mean? Like everything, all the years of everything we had done, and it had all just been thrown away just because of a petty disagreement, And so then at that point, it's time for you to consider, well, if somebody's willing to do that, what is the value of the relationship?
Not much, I would imagine.
Right.
It sounds like you may have gotten off easy if somebody's capable of that. He just dropped you and you guys made 2 videos about each other. It could have probably been a lot worse, especially if you told him something, ultra private that you wouldn't want to be public. I got to be honest. I don't know.
I'm not the kind of.
Go ahead.
I'm not that kind of person. I don't unless it gets to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's asking to get to that point. I won't use private information against somebody.
You're a better man than me.
I'll use the public information that is available because that's what everybody's eyes can see.
And I do want to point that out, that you did sort of get in a drama war, a video exchange with Onision, but you didn't. Everything that you've done is like Onision's got a trail of negative stories about him, and you did stick to that, and you put that in the video to, from what I could see, defend yourself from this. And the whole thing is crazy because first of all, if you wanted to vote for Trump, that's your business. I mean, I would imagine what friendship can't withstand voting for an opposition candidate or a candidate you don't want.
It happens in the fucking family.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, your California was always going to Hillary Clinton. It wasn't even in question at any time.
Exactly.
It wasn't a vote for. He was literally.
The Simpsons predicted the entire map right.
Yeah, right.
Right. So no, my vote did not go to Trump
because you don't
and
vote
I
for the
voted
president.
on issues that I knew would be changed.
So Onision didn't understand the Electoral College that none of us vote for president. We vote for our elector, and your elector was almost predetermined just based on the polling in California, and he basically fucked you off.
He exposed
because of that.
himself as an idiot.
Yeah,
because of that.
I can't. Well, I mean, I got to be honest with you. He strikes me as an idiot, like right off the bat. Like, how did you get involved with him? Because I do get the feeling at some level.
Here's the thing. I don't think he's an idiot. I think I think he's very intelligent. I think he just has he makes idiotic decisions on the internet and says idiotic things. You know what I mean?
Impulsively?
He's definitely not stupid because he knows exactly what he's doing all the time. It's just we see it and we're like, why would you do that? Why would anybody do that?
Sure.
Why would anybody choose to do that or be that way or have everybody look at them? But he doesn't care about having friends. The only thing he values is family and money, and maybe one over the other. I don't know what it is.
Really? Do you miss him?
I mean, I miss the version of us. I miss a version of us.
Sure.
I would say I miss a version of him. Just in the same way that you could always miss a version of somebody who you just don't get along with anymore.
Are you questioning the version? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You imagine things the way they were.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that idea of when things were good is never an excuse to try and make things work again, because the problems will always persist and they'll always come back.
And unless they're dealt with.
See, Tommy, like with you and Cronin, don't you miss all the great times you had with him?
Yeah, I do.
Back in the day?
Yeah, I do. I do. But I mean, it's, after what was done, I'm not going to get into that because I don't want anybody going unsubbing Joe Cronin. But I mean, it's impossible. That's impossible to fix. I don't hate the guy but yeah, I think I know. I think I know what he's talking about. Yeah, I miss those times for sure. Do you, I guess you miss, do you ask yourself, and I ask this to myself in another situation as well. Do you ask yourself, like, all right, you miss the person or you miss the time? Are you kind of asking yourself, was that just my view of him? Was I making excuses? Was this guy horrible? Do you feel fooled, I guess?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. The way I explained it is he's that one person in the classroom who nobody really liked, but you found a trait in him or a couple traits that you identified with, that you related with, and that was worth trying to make it work despite the fact that everybody was telling you not to. And then over the course of time, you got fed up with it, and then when you got out of it, you're like, God, what was I thinking?
Yeah,
because it was just it's the mindset that you're in.
Sounds like you and Keemstar, Tommy.
I do. I'm kind of dealing with this right now. Did I look at the best side of him for my own personal benefit? And did I just rationalize his character? I mean, I did see stuff behind the scenes that I didn't like, or at least tipped me off, or something I may not have tolerated from somebody that wasn't giving me the opportunity of a lifetime. So I do wonder about that sometimes. I think it's more Cronin, though, because me and Keem were never buds. I always appreciated and I defended him ruthlessly the last couple months. But, I mean, we were never friends because I don't need to be somebody's friends that I work for. I needed to make the Baited podcast work. But, I was just funny. And you'd also mentioned to me obviously my microphone came up in my little drama war with Keemstar. I guess yours did too. You always felt that he helped you out? I guess he paid rent or here and there, and then you always felt like it was held over your head or something like that?
Well, yeah. Years ago when I wasn't making any money, he paid a portion of rent for a while.
Wow.
Of course, I always paid my agreed side, and it was always in agreement that what he was doing, he was using for a tax write-off. Everything was a business. Everything was business-oriented.
Yeah, I do. I mean, like, he bought me the microphone. I appreciate it. It's a fantastic mic, but it was for the podcast.
It was an investment for him.
It was the podcast, as much investment for him or anything else, you know. And then, I mean, which there's really nothing wrong with that, unless you're going to the public and saying we were friends and this guy fucked me over. No, that's not the way it worked, and I guess that. So, just to get a little more into it, you guys have this falling out. I'm imagining this is public over Twitter. I'm surprised I didn't catch it because I've been following you for some time now. When does it get to the point when you're making videos about each other? Now I'm trying to destroy you or destroy your career. What happens with that?
For me, it was about a month or so. It was I'd say that I kind of let it dwindle down a little bit, and I had already a video that in the works, and I just kind of forgot about it, and then I didn't know if I should bring it back. And it was such an easy video that I did in like an hour, and I was like, well, I've not uploaded anything in like a month, so I'm just going to put this up. So
you did it. So you fired the first shot, if I'm not mistaken?
Technically, yeah.
You fired the first shot.
I consider the first shot his actions.
Okay.
Which led to that.
Did you make that video knowing full well that he was going to kind of beat him to the punch?
Yeah. Eventually, yeah. And I was absolutely expecting what I had received back, which was a music video that nobody liked and backfired on him. Mm-hmm. And then a Speaks video where he tried to break down everything and of course, like, you know, get his own audience to support what he says.
And it didn't really go. It didn't go terribly well for him. The community, as they usually do with Greg, sort of rejected his. I mean, he's got his fans, and I'm sure you still get a nasty message from time to time. But from what I could see, it just didn't go very well at all. All right, that's all I got. That's really interesting. What's your plans for the future? You gonna keep making YouTube videos? Is there any...
I'm just gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying and doing what I'm doing and collaborate more. I think that's one thing I need to do. So.
Do you feel like since Greg's gone, you're more free to do that? That you can, because I find it funny that I got calls from Zaptai and Bunty King last night. I wondered if.
Yeah, I think people are more comfortable talking to me now because they know more what's going on in my head because I expressed it.
Yeah, you're telling us so things are kind of opening up for you. That's fantastic news.
Sure.
My last question for you, and then I wanted to know if you wanted to take live calls before we head out. What is your interest in hitmen? You play a lot of characters that are hitmen, they fascinate me as well. There's a what's that? Gross point blank quality to your hitmen characters. I don't know if you're familiar with. What the hell is his name from 16 Candles? He's a great actor from Chicago. He's in High Fidelity. Come on, help me out. Help me out, Huffman. Do something.
I don't dip much into the hit
John Cusack. Thank you very much, John Cusack. I
go.
find that there's a sort of John Cusack quality to your Hitman, which is like one of my favorite movies. Is Gross Point Blank. Do you like John Cusack? Is there any influence there?
No, I liked American Psycho. I don't know. I like characters who always had like. I don't know, the clean profession of doing that, I guess, is just interesting to me. And I think that it was my vibe. So.
You consider yourself a comedian?
I think that's why I picked it up. No, absolutely not.
But, I mean, 90% of the stuff you and Edwin, and by the way, Edwin's freaking fan. He's your roommate, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have great on camera. And, I always find myself laughing at him shouting in the background, and especially
just his facial expressions.
Yeah, his facial expressions, laughing in the background. It's just like and you guys come off as like real buddies, which is cool. The Eggening, I guess, is the last. Would you call that a film?
Yeah, the last sketch that I had.
I really enjoyed that. It was just funny with. I just like the characters, but I mean, most of the stuff you're doing is sort of comedic. There's a macabreness or there's a darkness to it, but it's definitely is funny, and you're trying to get it's lighthearted at the same time. Is that, are you gonna always stay in that vein, or we see anything different from you in the future?
It's hard to tell because I feel like I'm always changing every year or so. I feel like my sense of humor is adapting. So maybe I'll get more cynical and dark. Mm-hmm. Maybe I won't. It's hard to tell. Okay.
You want to take a live phone call?
Yeah.
718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. Make sure you want to call Cyr. And you can also hit the Discord, and I will drop and drag you in. Let's put Toast in first. He's probably not ready, I'm sure.
Probably not.
Nobody's ever ready. But I will take your call, 718-395-7660. You can call Toast and make it. So we'll take 734. You're on the air with Cyr. You got any questions for him?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Tommy?
You tell me. You got a question for Cyr?
No, I really got a question for you.
Hey!
God, read the title.
I got a guest here, and I really appreciate that you're interested in me. But I got a guest here, and I want to be respectful. What do you think I was going to do? I was like, oh, yeah. Fuck Vincent Cyr, 400K, The Eggening, one of my favorite films of all time. Stop asking me these questions. This guy is like, I'm really becoming a fan of his, and I'm going to start talking about Keemstar? No!
For once, the show's not about Tommy. It's not about you.
Yeah,
Tommy.
It's not about me. Yeah, I'm either ungrateful.
And God knows you're not going to make it about me. So.
I'm ungrateful. I'm a dick sucker. I'm always talking about the same thing, and the one moment I don't, I'm worthless.
You need food.
And I need food for my family.
You've always been worthless, Tommy.
Yes, I'm very worthless. But
you should have died in the army.
I should have died in the army. That's my favorite meme ever. I never thought that would be a meme. 210, you're on the air with Vincent Cyr.
Yeah, hi, Cyr. I was wondering, do you think you would ever be open to forgiving Onision and meeting up with him or something like that again?
I'd say that's a pretty good question. I would say that the complexities of the issues would need to be sorted, of course, and I'm always open-minded to that possibility. And of course, some sort of form of explanation of the kind of content that he's been doing lately. And I don't know. It's too complex to tell. It really is. But I think that's a completely good question.
So if he came out with like a public apology and like publicly stated that he wants to make up and be friends again, like, would you be open to it?
In that perfect world, I might be open to it.
Oh, I'm thinking. Did I answer your question to 210?
Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for calling. I do appreciate it. Yeah, you miss him. Be honest. I'm a good read of people. You miss him. At some level, you really miss him.
Yeah, I miss the good times.
Yeah. Aren't you a little afraid, though? I mean, Greg does come off like a sociopath sometimes. And I don't mean to say that by your head, but he there's something scary about him. There's something foreboding about Greg.
I don't believe he's malicious.
You don't think he is?
I don't necessarily believe he's malicious. He actually has an intent behind the things that he wants to do. Mm. The things that he's doing, and he thinks he's right.
So,
which also makes a good villain, but
yeah, well, he's a tremendous villain. There's no doubt about it. And I always get the feeling, like when I do watch him, that there's no way this has got to be a work. He's entertaining me as he's pretending to be a horrible human being, especially like some of the political views he has, and then he starts talking about teenage girls and suicide. Like he's a right-wing wacko. Like he has all these like sort of social justice politics, and then fat shaming and having absolutely no empathy for people that are depressed. It's shocking sometimes. I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. I mean, is he just that unempathetic, or if you say something about suicide on the internet, you're sure to get views, you're sure to create outrage and drama? I don't know what to think with where Greg is half the time.
I think that it's his ability. I think he's just relating to his audience.
Yeah.
You know, I think
All
it's
right.
as simple as that. He understands the business behind it and the psychology behind it.
So he is a pretty bright guy. He knows where people are coming from, and he knows what they want to see on YouTube.
Yeah.
Knows his audience.
He knows his audience. He's not for me, but he definitely is an interesting cat. 903, you're on the air with Cyr. 903, 3,
Oh,
2.
yes.
What do you got
Step
for
away
me?
from Daddy Daycare for a minute.
Come on.
Keemstar's the greatest YouTube.
Yeah. Whatever. He's the greatest YouTuber of all time. He certainly is. He's much better than me. He's got like 1 million more subs. 313, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You got a question for Cyr?
How are you guys doing?
Super.
Wow, it's amazing being on here.
Super.
Cyr, I haven't really watched much of your videos, but I saw you on Hot Wet Soup, and I gotta say, I'm certainly looking forward to watching your videos. I have a question. So, like, when you and Onision were, like, friends, did you ever, like, get signs of, like, his, like, craziness that he would put out to you?
Okay, go ahead.
I think that my experiences with him in person overrode what I was experiencing from him online, because he was relatively a normal person in real life. So I would overlook the signs that I saw on Twitter and stuff, thinking, oh, that maybe that's just him trolling, or that's his sense of humor. And yeah, I just don't think I paid attention to the signs, I think is what it is.
You think you deliberately ignored them? And it's nice to have a friend. I mean, I think I am. I did. I'm guilty of this myself. Did you deliberately ignore him? Because, I mean, let's face it, he's a powerful guy on this website, this platform. He's made a lot of, he's very, very successful. He's been on this platform for a long time. Do you think you might have done that, if not consciously, but subconsciously?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. See if we get a call about Greg. I mean, Cyr does a lot of really great stuff himself.
That'd be nice.
201. Do you have a call? You have something for Cyr that's not Greg related?
Yeah, I just want to say, hey, Cyr, I really enjoy your videos.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta do something like that. Thank you.
I want to know about
Sick,
you.
dude. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for calling, buddy. Usually I yell at them when they do that, but you're a better person than me. You didn't bring up
you're
the
an awful
personal
person.
stuff that they told you. I do. I have no problem with that. Cyr's better than me. He's also better looking than me when I'm terribly jealous. Maybe that's why Greg got mad at you. What's that? I'll grow out of it.
I'll grow out of it.
Yeah, when you probably look really good when you're my age, too. It sucks. And I'll be like 60. And I was like, I talked to that guy. When I go into one of your movies, I'll be telling my grandkids you're going. I interviewed you once. 956, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm on the stream, right? I'm just checking. I want to ask a question.
No, you're not.
My friend Garrett, or Toast, he said, wasn't Keemstar the greatest YouTuber of all time?
Yes, he is. He's the greatest YouTuber of all time.
Dude, you're pretty solid too, dude. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
All right, see you later. Thanks
Bye-bye.
for letting
All
me
right.
on.
All right, peace. Fucking jerk. What can you do?
Why do prank calls suck? Why do
YouTuber.
prank calls suck now?
I don't know. That's not the first time. Running out of calls. He is good. I mean, that's the second time that's happened though. Like after you figure it's a prank, and it's like fuck you, suck my dick, and they're like, yeah, but you're good too. No, maybe that's why he couldn't totally kill off my channel. All right, last call, and then we're gonna end this. Cyr's got chicks to bang the way he looks. 206,
Damn
you're on the
straight.
air. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
What's up? 206, you're on the air.
Oh, hey. How's it going?
It's wonderful.
I just wanted to say I really enjoy Vincent's content. I really enjoyed you, Tommy, on the podcast.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to ask how, obviously a lot of people know Colossal, but how did you guys come to meet?
Who, me and Colossal? Well, I know where you're going with that. Fuck off. Not you. Last call. 805. Whatever.
Hello?
805, you're on the air. How did you guys come to meet?
Oh,
They
yes.
fucking Keemstar called me, you cocksucker. Of course. It's a fucking old story.
Hello?
805, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing, man. I'm sitting here masturbating with fucking Vincent Cyr. What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah, we're having a nice little circle jerk here.
Big
You wanna
fat.
get in?
This is the biggest circle jerk you ever think. We make fucking hot wet soup, like quaking their pants. They're like, that's a circle jerk. Do you have anything to add to the program? 805.
What are you wearing?
What I'm wearing? I wear that fucking. I wear tidy whities and shit. You know why? Because like nobody's laying me anymore. I'm married. What are you wearing?
Yeah, that Mac Welding contract ran out.
I thought you were wearing like that whole thing about
Mac Welding.
Crying about how you got kicked off of Faded.
I didn't get kicked off of Baited. I left.
Oh, that's not what I heard, dude.
Well, you didn't hear right, did you? You didn't hear right. Well, here's what happened. You want to know what happened, or you want to be an asshole?
This guy's a pussy ass bitch, bro.
Yeah, you're a pussy ass bitch.
Damn, bro.
You're gonna hang up like a little bitch. You are.
Come on, bro.
I got my dick straight down your boyfriend's mouth right now. That's why he keeps bringing me up. 30,000 YouTubers.
Cyr, though. Cyr's cool guy.
Yeah.
But you're a dick. Bye.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's never hidden that fact.
And he
Tommy, I like you, Tommy. I don't think you do.
What kind of underwear you have on?
I was about to be mean, but until he said that he liked me, you know.
Well, thank you very much for being on. I think I'm gonna bag it because I got to talk to Clown. We were supposed to record Catch 33
Thanks for having
today.
me on, man.
Get this. We were supposed to. Have you ever talked to him in a call, Clown?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to call. Do you know that he likes to disappear from the internet for days at a time?
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to record tonight. It's 11:45 over here, and why did you unfriend me? Well, because you're an asshole. Oh, and fucking Discord. I gotta stop reading this shit. I don't know. I want to get the fuck out of here. Vince, thank you so much. Vinny, is that okay? Can I call you Vinny?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gay, yeah. But,
yeah. Oh, come on, man.
No, that's fine.
You can't call me gay.
Fine,
I'm a bro. I play NHL 17.
Well, yeah, bro. We play hockey.
Yeah. You don't play hockey. You hate
fine,
sports. Like everybody else in L.A. Nobody likes sports. It's terrible. Yeah, well, if I was as pretty as you, I'd go to L.A. and try to make a bunch of money, too. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for being a part of the program. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, is tomorrow Thursday, Huffman?
Yes.
What the fuck? Tomorrow's Thursday? All right, last show of the week. Good. See you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Show these niggas how we do it. Listen, I said we dropped so many rhymes, you think we came from Iraq. See the